Today we're here to talk about inventory. So over the course of the past year, we've been highlighting that inventory is the key to basically lower interest rates. And today we want to highlight why. So right now, according to Altos Research, single-family homes available for sale are right around 514,000 single-family homes. At this same time last year, we were only at 413,000 homes. So a 24% increase from 1 year ago today. And the most astonishing number, we are 102% above inventory levels than where we were 2 years ago. So you may hear that and you may say, wow, inventory is increasing rapidly. And it has over the course of the past 2 years, as I mentioned, a double. However, when you look at it from a healthy housing market perspective, look at listings in 2015. We were over 900,000 listings. So we're still nearly a double away just to getting to that 2015 to 2019 level. And that's a healthy housing market. So we're trending in the right direction. And we're also seeing that with listings. We had about 60,000 listings hit the market this past week. And that's great. That's a 25% increase from the same time last year. Last year, we only saw about 49,000 listings in the market. But 2022, we saw 61,000 listings in the market. And the normal market, again, that 2015 to 2019 level, we're about 80,000 new listings. So we're seeing great signs. We're seeing signs that sellers are finally willing to sell. Houses are kind of sitting on the market longer, which ultimately is a good thing. We don't want days on the market to be in the teens because it gives too much leverage to the sellers, and we don't want that. We want a more balanced market. So we're seeing signs, but we're still not all the way there. Again, 515 above 960,000 listings. Normal is about 80,000. So directions are strong, but now we want to tie this into interest rates and why it's so important that these levels keep rising, because people have the right to be worrisome, because as inventory increases and as interest rates remain elevated, which they are, price reductions increase. So price reductions are at 31%. So 31% of homes on the market are seeing a price reduction. This is the highest amount at this point in March in over a decade. So homes are definitely being cut. So you'll see all these articles, right? Maybe Case-Shiller or whatever, that home prices are up, right? They are, but in reality, home prices have relatively been flat over the course of the past 19 months. The 19 months preceding that, home prices increased by 35%. Think about that. So in 19 months from 2021 to 2023, we had a 35% home appreciation. Now, over the course past the 19 months, we've only had about a 1% home appreciation. It's a huge, drastic change. So you'll see year-over-year comps. Don't worry about that. Just think about it from an all-time high perspective. All-time high was June 2022. We're about 1% higher than that, or we're projected to be about 1% higher than that in the upcoming months. So nothing crazy from the home appreciation standpoint. And again, why is this so important? Because housing affordability is so strained right now. And the only way for housing affordability to get better is for interest rates to get better, because home values are not going to collapse 10, 20, 30%. It's just not going to happen. So the only way to do it is interest rates to drop. And interest rates are realistically only going to drop significantly once inventory increases. And again, that's where we're tying all this into. The more inventory, the more options that are, the more the homes sit, the more price reductions, that stops the appreciation that we're seeing, and that stops the inflation that we're seeing. Remember, shelter is 35% of the inflation index. So if we're seeing that stall out in home prices for maybe 1 year's time frame, 2 years time frame, 3 years, that will eventually show in the inflation index. It just takes a good amount of time. So we'll see that back half of 2024. We'll see that in 2025 and in 2026, these stalled out numbers, and then that brings CPI down, and that brings interest rates down. So my belief is interest rates are going to be coming down in the near future. It does look highly likely around that summertime. We have that first Fed cut projected around June. It's been projected that we have the couple rate cuts projected this year. We have the election, so it does look likely, right? Prior, we were a little worried, but now with the last Fed meeting, everything is pointing to that direction. So we're getting closer and closer to that. And the better signs that I'm seeing is as inventory is rising, that's what we need. in order for me to feel confident that interest rates will cut. Because if interest rates, or if inventory was still at this low, there's no way they're going to cut interest rates. Because if they did that, then home prices would just skyrocket at a point that's just too unaffordable. So with this rising inventory that we're seeing, gives us greater confidence that we will start to see rate cuts in the near future.